So if you come to Rome, what are the top 3 places that you will go to see? Probably the Colosseum will be high on your agenda, the Pantheon, the Vatican, but I'm going to see a place today which is probably not as grand as those 3, but has an equal or even a bigger historical importance. It doesn't look as grand as those 3 places, but if you've probably you've guessed from the title of this video, I'm actually going to see the place where Julius Caesar, probably the most famous Roman of all, was assassinated. Yeah, I'm in Rome today, one of my favorite cities in the world, and I'm in Via Nazionale, which is one of the main roads here, which goes all the way. If I follow this all the way, I can get to the place where Julius Caesar was assassinated. So let's go and check it out. So the place I'm going to see is called Largo di Torre Argentina, which is the place, as I've mentioned several times before, Julius Caesar was assassinated. It's actually a place that was discovered almost by accident. It was in I think in the 1920s, when they were excavating in that place to build something else. They discovered a marble statue with its head and the bust, and that's when they realized that it's an important place, and there are ruins of some old temples there. So that's how they discovered the place. I'm gonna cross the road from here. Right, yeah, so there they discovered ruins of, I think, 4 temples, and they realized that this is actually the place, according to the historical accounts, that Julius Caesar was assassinated. So excavations are still going on, so I don't think I don't think they allow tourists to actually go down to the exact spot. But I've read somewhere that they are going to build walkways so that tourists can actually go closer and observe. So here it is, Largo di Torre Argentina, and so this is the place which has, as I mentioned earlier, which has 4 temples. Obviously it doesn't look as grand as the Colosseum or the Vatican or any of the other major historical places around Rome, but this, as I mentioned earlier, this has an equal or even a bigger historical importance. So actually you can see some of the buildings as they would have looked back then. So there were 4 temples, 1, 2, 3, 4. So over there you can see some steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this is, I believe, the marble statue that they uncovered when they were actually digging this place initially. And apparently this is where Julius Caesar was assassinated, behind these 2 temples. So behind B and C. I'm gonna walk around and go there to see the place. Right, I think the excavations are still going on. Probably, as you can see there are some tents or marquees there put up. So excavations are still going on. But they're preparing it for tourists to actually visit. So they'll probably be putting walkways in there, so we can actually go down and get closer to the places and see them. So you can, there's a small platform here which you can get to, and I believe that exact spot where Caesar was assassinated is somewhere here, because it's between the middle 2 temples. So it's so these are the 4, and it's behind the middle two temples over there. So that is where Julius Caesar was stabbed 23 times by the senators. So this back then this would have been a very busy center with lots of dignitaries, senators, all you know, coming in and going, full of people, full of very powerful men and women, mostly men I guess at the time, and powerful businessmen. So they are the ones who would have been frequenting this place at the time. But today it's actually a different kind of species who claim this as their home. It's these guys, cats. Yeah, so actually I'll be able to show you all around this site there are many cats. Look there are two there. They look like they're ready to fight, or they are taking a break from a fight rather. So actually, yeah, when you walk around you can see a lot of cats here. That is because this is now a cat sanctuary. There's a charity organization just next to this. In fact, there is an information board there which says not to feed the cats, and as it says there is an organization that is looking after these cats, feeding them, but yeah, they are now the owners or the inhabitants of this place. So I read through some of the information boards around here. Apparently it's this place, you know, where the pine tree is. That is the exact spot where Julius Caesar was assassinated. We know it is the place because later on Augustus Caesar built a monument to mark that exact spot where he was stabbed. So as you can see, there are walls around here which formed part of the Pompey Theatre back then. So yeah, and I wonder how many tourists who actually come to this place, or who actually come to Rome and visit most of the historical places around the city, go past this place without realizing the historical significance of it. I mean, obviously compared to the other places it doesn't look very grand, or there aren't many boards or markings around here marking the place, but it's a place that changed the course of history, actually changed the course of history for the Roman Empire, and also subsequently for the whole world. There, that exact spot. There you go. Right. Like I said before, there's not a lot to see there, unless you're fascinated by history and you like visiting those places where some of the historical events took place. It might mean nothing to you, but if you are like me, who gets excited by visiting those places, this is one place that you should not miss when you visit Rome. One thing about walking around in a really hot summer days, it drains you very quickly, but the good thing about Rome is all around the city you can find these fountains where you can get free water, and it's good to drink. So let me go, I'm gonna have a sip myself. So there it is, the place where Julius Caesar met his end. So hopefully that was useful, and if you didn't know about the place, now you know. So the next time when you come to Rome, make sure to visit the place while you visit all the other big attractions, and hopefully when you visit next time you might be able to actually walk across this site and get closer to the ruins, because as I mentioned earlier, they are going to put walkways across this place. So that's it for today. Until we meet again with another video like this, bye for now.